that is being sidelined, and the whole intention of having a new parliament building and how it was important, which was something that was pushed by every opposition party, that the previous structure, the old structure made in the British times, is something that certainly was, not in the right condition, was dilapidated in several parts, and, it is something that needed a makeover. It is really about taking that bold step to go ahead and, build a new parliament building, which was something that was being pushed in the UPA era. And it is the Modi government that brought it to fruition. It is the Modi government that actually erected this structure and went ahead to, bring it to its day of what we see it today. But you're absolutely right, Nupur, that, to really focus on the right points that needs attention and rather digress it to playing politics, from the scepter politics to, the funding that was channelized towards making the structure, to most importantly, and which has been the biggest pain point for the opposition, that they brought this fight to the top court of the country, is why is the Prime Minister inaugurating this structure? Because time and again, this is the response that has been coming in, that the moment we received the invite, we wanted to go for it, and, it is a big day, it is a big moment, but when we saw that it is the Prime Minister who will be inaugurating the new parliament building and not the President, then we decided to boycott it. So all in all, if it is really about differences with Narendra Modi, with the ruling party, but why play this kind of politics? Why bring it to the level that you're settling your personal scores, when there is also this whole talk about sinking those differences and standing united, rising above all that politics, to understand that this is a historic moment in the making. On Sunday, there is an elaborate plan, chalked out to inaugurate the new parliament building, and really to, push this kind of a narrative, when it comes to undermining the significance of the scepter, which is actually the whole idea behind it, that it represents transfer of power. Now, it is not transfer of power to one person or one party. It is transfer of power, and it is the scepter that will be placed in this parliament building with the presence, and which is a structure that will have all the parliamentarians chosen by the people of the country, who will come here to represent their voices in the House of Debate, which is the new
Suesha, just hold your thoughts. I'm going to come back to you in just a bit. Mr. Tripathi from the Congress Party now with us on the phone line. Mr. Tripathi, if you can hear me, good afternoon. Mr. Tripathi, the BJP seems to suggest that your top leaders calling this entire narrative around the scepter bogus is essentially, something that not only undermines the new parliament building and the traditions that they want to be associated with it, but also the fact that, you are undermining your own political history, because this scepter, traditionally was actually presented to Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru by the Adhinams.
No, I don't think we are undermining our own history, because this was, as per your version, this was given to Pandit Nehru by Adhinam. But it doesn't. Is there a photo of Mountbatten handing over, transferring over the power of the reign of the country to Pandit Nehru by giving this Sengol, whatever it's called? It is Sengol, I think. They are naming it Sengol. First. Secondly, BJP, it is the mindset of BJP to curse and just abuse Congress. We don't care about it. What we care is about the tradition of the country and the culture of the country and the welfare of the country.
So,
if it is again given by the sect or a group of saints to Pradhan Mantri Modi, so what does it signify? Is there a transfer of power? What are they trying to say? They are just trying to avoid the main issue, that they haven't invited President Murmu, an Adivasi woman, and Jagdeep Dhandkar-ji, who is the Vice President and the ex-officio chairman of the Raj Sabha. Because their name would have been placed just above Mr. Modi. First name would have been President Murmu, second of the Vice President, then of Narendra Modi. They have insulted them. It is the insult of the nation.
All right. Mr. Tripathi from the Congress party over there seeming to suggest that the scepter is just a side issue. The main issue still remains the fact that the Parliament building is being inaugurated by the Prime Minister. But Mr. Tripathi, if you're there with us, I just wanted to ask you, the BJP seems to rebut it by saying that the annexee to the old Parliament was inaugurated by Mrs. Gandhi. Thereafter, Rajiv Gandhi, inaugurated the library. So they seem to suggest that what's wrong with the new Parliament building being inaugurated by the Prime Minister, given the fact, that we are a democracy, and at this point in time, the BJP does hold the power, and they are an elected government in place.
Here, and one more thing is there. The annexee. What is the annexee? It is the annexure of a building. What is a library? It's a portion, it's a segment of a parliament. It is not the whole of the parliament. It doesn't.
All right. I think, Mr. Tripathi, we can barely hear you. We have a very poor audio connection with you. But thank you for the moment for joining us. So that, of course, is the Congress's rebuttal coming in that it wasn't the whole Parliament building. It was just a part of it. And hence, President Draupadi Murmu should be inaugurating this.